So cost of sale. I'm sure you guys talk about that quite a bit in here, right? What is your cost of sale? Make sure that you know that. When I look at cost of sale, I also don't just look at it from a pure monetary perspective. Wes and I were having a conversation earlier about some direct response marketing that they did. And he said, yeah, we recuperated our money, but would we do it again based on all the time that we put into it? Most likely not. It wasn't a high return on marketing investment once you factored in time and money. So you always, I'll probably mention the fact that time is not a renewable resource. I feel blessed that we're all spending this hour together right now. I'm probably getting more out of it than you guys are. I'm excited about it. The time aspect, specifically when you are in launch mode or you're trying to scale your business, is huge. And so think about that when you're thinking about cost of sales. If you go on and you spend all day on Facebook talking about your product, but you're not talking to customers, you're driving up your cost of your sale. It may not be reflected in your P&L. Actually, it will be reflected in your P&L because you'll see your sales probably go down a little bit, right? So can you drive down your cost? Get it the most efficient way that you can. Figure out what platform works for you. For you guys, I think it's going to be email. Huckberry, they do an amazing job of curating an email. It shows up nice on my device. I look at it, and every single time I'm like, oh, that's a cool pair of boots. I haven't bought anything from them yet, but I'm probably pretty close. Specifically with the Made in the USA things, those are things that ring with me. I'm a big supporter of handmade goods, and so can you drive it down? What is the cost of sale? Figure out the most effective way to get that cost down and then just stamp it out. My philosophy at my company and what we always do is we always, about 80% of what we do in each marketing campaign is what we did before, and then 20% will be experimentation. And it's not spaghetti against the wall. It's very strategic. We do our research, but we're always looking for what is new, what are new things that we could do, but we also don't want to throw out the things that we know that are being very, very effective. A lot of you might still be trying to figure out what's the most effective way to reach your customers and then being able to replicate that. But once you figure out the recipe, it's awesome. Once you figure out how you're going to get your customers' the cost of sale down, it's a heck of a lot of fun because you can just start replicating it. All right, so let's talk about lifetime value of a customer. Do you guys talk about that a lot here? It's kind of a different mindset. It's thinking about a couple things. So retention is huge. When you get a customer, treat them very, very, very well. Think about what business is Zappos in? Kinda. Not really. Anybody else? They sell shoes. They're in the service business. Who said service? You did. All right. They're in the service business. I mean, anybody else could have gone and said, hey, we're going to sell shoes online and we're going to hustle. And if you haven't heard Tony Hsieh's story about how they did it, it's actually pretty cool. They go into a retail store, buy the shoes, and then put them online and sell them. I mean, they weren't making a lot of money. But what they were known for and what they're remarkable for is actually being a company that will talk to you about how to get to your closest In-N-Out burger if you call their client care team at 3 in the morning. I mean, that's what they're known for. Anybody who doesn't know that, by the way, you can call them up and just have conversations with them. They'll talk to you about anything. They have carte blanche authority to give refunds. They tell you it's going to arrive in 2 days. It arrives the next day. They surprise you. And they know that by doing that, and it costs them money. I mean, having those client care people there that they actually pay to go away. Has anybody heard that story too? If you're a call center person at Zappos, during your training program, they say, hey, we'll give you $3,000 if you walk out the door right now. $3,000 in cash. Because they want you to get off the bus if you're willing to take $3,000 just to leave. If you're there for the money, they want you to get off the bus and they will pay you to get off. Because they want people who genuinely care. Because they know that the lifetime value of their customer is huge. I have not gone into a store, a Dillard's or whatever, and bought a pair of shoes in years. I'll get 5 pairs of shoes shipped to my house from Zappos in all sorts of different styles. And I know I'm not going to keep all 5. I'll try them on, and then I'll send back 4. And I'll do that every 6 months or 9 months or whenever I need new shoes. If I go back in and I look at my transaction history, I've been buying shoes from those guys for a long time. And it's because they've made it very, very easy. They know the importance of retention versus going out and getting new ones. They don't do advertising. They don't run Zappos commercials. They do a little bit of online marketing, retargeting. They're the first people who ever retargeted me, and it kind of freaked me out that I was on kansascity.com and an ad popped up for the shoes that I just looked at on Zappos. I'm like, how did they know that I like this pair of shoes? As a marketer, I should have known about retargeting prior to it coming out, but I didn't.